Bonjour! The electric revolution with a French accent is here. The Megane E-Tech is redefining Renault. Is it the Tesla slayer Europe craves? Can this chic French crossover seriously challenge the Tesla Model Y? The Renault Megane E-Tech is raising eyebrows and winning hearts as the French Tesla. Let's see why. The 2024 Renault Megane E-Tech is a high-riding crossover that borrows the Megane hatchback's design philosophy. However, what makes this chic French 5-door stand out is what's underneath the surface. Renault has always produced attractive cars, and the latest model is no different. The design is so recognizable, especially with the Sphalter tail lamps. Actually, it's only one LED strip. In order to provide a little more intrigue, you have a roof spoiler, contrasting shiny black trim down below, and Renault has updated their badge, apparently in an attempt to make it more retro. That's what they stated in the press release, though we are not sure why that's retro. Anyhow, the back of the car has a nice appearance. In the launch version, there's a small amount of gold strip down there. Moving down the sides, 20-inch alloy wheels are standard on both the launch edition and the mid-spec vehicle, like a mid-level Megane in her 20s. Crazy, isn't it? The base model automobile comes with 18S as standard. You have to go up to 20-inch wheels because there aren't any 19-inch ones. Still, they do seem really beautiful. Everything appears really attractive because the rear door handles are integrated into this part of the car. Everything appears rather fine from the front. The way the lights are so thin and then merge into the curved daytime running lights is actually quite amazing. Once again, you win the gold down here if you drive the highest spec vehicle. Apart from that though, they're all essentially the same. The bonnet's contours are also appealing. It looks extremely nice in our opinion. However, what are your thoughts? Is it worth the asking price? Additionally, Renault did a fantastic job designing the cabin of this vehicle. We appreciate how the screens encircle you, the multi-contour dashboard, and the expensive-looking cloth covering it all give you a cockpit vibe. There are some cozy materials on the door, but if you drive about in that manner, you'll end up resting your arm on a somewhat rough door tops. Though you would expect from a car in this class, other materials are okay up until you get pretty low down, at which point things start to get a little too rough. The driving position is good. Nice steering wheel. It's not quite round, rather it has a hexagonal appearance, but it also has a lot of adjustments, so we can't really gripe about that. Additionally, we recently found that you can easily adjust the seat's height. However, you do have to rub your knuckles on the door itself. Regarding the infotainment system, it features a large digital driver's display with an abundance of information. Although you can see enough on the small center infotainment system to get by. Larger screens are available in other markets, but are unavailable in the UK for some reason. Actually, this has some nice features, like the ability to adjust the ambient lighting's color. You may select from 48 distinct hues. Crazy, that's a big amount. You can actually set it to change continuously throughout the day. Wow, it just does it. You may adjust the noise that the parking sensors produce here, among other things. The sound can be adjusted. How peculiar. Although there is plenty of headroom and knee room in this back area, the foot space is limited despite the floor being perfectly flat. The battery is currently 110 millimeters thick and located beneath the floor. We don't have much under-thigh support, even though the battery is rather small, because they had to put the seat fairly low to provide headroom. It's not the most comfortable car to sit in the rear when you combine that with a small amount of space for your feet. Now it's a bit of a squeeze for everyone because of how narrow it is to try fit 3 in the back at once. Additionally, individuals on the outside edges frequently bump on the roof's curvature. Better yet, when it comes to installing a baby seat, we adore the ISO Fix anchor cover since it's quite accessible and has great broad apertures that make it incredibly simple to install a baby seat within. The fact that the entry-level car lacks USB-C connections while having them here in the back is a drawback. Other unsatisfactory aspects include the lack of an armrest and through loading, as well as the fact that the rear window doesn't descend all the way down. The back seats of the Kia Niro are more useful. Let's examine the boot. There's a tiny button to press in order to open it. Nonetheless, it does maintain a tidy and appealing appearance. In any case, the boot is fairly roomy, 440 liters, which is respectable for a car this size. However, if you choose the Kia Niro, it's marginally larger. Additionally, a Cooper Born will be around 20 gallons smaller. Now, the problem with this boot is that despite its short length, it is very deep, making it unsuitable for carrying bulkier objects. And notice there is a sizable load lip to raise objects above. But there are other positive aspects as well. The boot floor lifts up, giving you a large space underneath to store your charging cables and other items you don't want rolling around. You also have some tethering points and a spot to hang stuff. But unlike some other EVs, this one has a lot of electrical components up front. Therefore, it doesn't have a trunk. Let's see how much room there is in the boot of this car. Of course, folding down the rear seats is a simple solution if you wish to load up the rear. Simply pulling the levers down makes the load bed totally flat, which facilitates sliding items to the front. It does, however, eliminate the need for you to subsequently reattach the load cover, which might be a hassle. Even so, there is plenty of room, but we wish that boot lip wasn't there. Now let's get to the powerhouse, shall we? 22 kilowatt AC charging is standard on all Megane models, so if you have a 22 kilowatt charger at home or at work, it will swiftly charge the battery. The indicator noise has a volume adjustment feature. The 2024 Renault Megane E-Tech is available now for $64,990, including on-road expenses. It is a single motor vehicle with a 60 kilowatt-hour battery pack, ambient lighting, wireless phone charging, heated front seats, heated steering wheel, dual-zone air conditioning, and a mirror-converting internal rear-view mirror are all included. Even though the seats are manually adjustable, the doors, sides, and backs of the seats all have faux leather trim. In addition, there is a 9-inch central infotainment screen that is angled towards the driver and a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster. Additionally, it has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay connections. Although you can see enough on the small central infotainment system to get by, larger screens are available in other markets, except for the UK for some reason. And that's all, guys. Have you found the Renault Megane of your dreams? Let us know in the comments and subscribe for more information.